welcome to Glasgow.
Thank you.
Four-division world champion, professional for almost 18 years. What motivates you, and what challenge does this World Boxing Super Series hold for you?
This has been a great opportunity. So WBSS has been a great opportunity to create this enormous desire and inspiration. You know, to answer your question, the only thing that I haven't done in boxing is become undisputed champion. I've done multiple champion, knock of the year, fight of the year, you name it. I've done it all. Unified champion. One thing that I haven't done is undisputed, and that's one thing that's given me this fire. But most of all as well, I have a great team behind me. The gentleman that was saying hope in the back, he's that's my trainer, Kenny Adams, the legendary Kenny Adams. You know, he's not shy for words, but he's a great guy with just the great knowledge of everything. Again, this has just been an amazing opportunity, and I'm gonna give it all I got. I'm never shy when it comes down to fighting. I'm never shy when it comes down to anything. I'm just grateful to be in the ring with a great man. So let's make it happen.
Well, you mentioned Kenny Adams, Nonito's trainer, is
here. Let me pause it here.
Is out there.
He looks good. He has not fought at 118 pounds since October the 22nd of 2011. You know, normally throughout the history of boxing, when fighters try to go back down in weight after such a long period of time, over 7 years, it'll be like 7 years in like a week, usually things don't go too well. Omar Andres Novarez, when he defended his WBC and WBO 118-pound titles. Then, of course, he went on an amazing run at 122 with Wilfredo Vasquez, Jeffrey Mathebula, Takashi Toshiaka Nishioka, Jorge Arce. Retired him, right? Didn't he retire after this? Then, of course, you know, he met up with Guillermo Rigondeaux. We know what happened with that. Then moved to 126. Vic Darchinyan. Sipiwe Vieca, you know, was you know, looking like he was starting to walk Donaire down and show him welcome to 126 pounds. This was the fight right here where I saw this in the Darchinyan fight, you know, at 126, was when I saw like, oh, shit, you know, Donaire at 126, it may be too much for him. Then, of course, he went on and met Nicholas Walters and got his ass knocked out. Then went back down to 122. At this point in time, it was already well known, you know, throughout in the media, because he was talking about it, that he was having issues making 122 pounds. Fought on some build-up fights on Top Rank, then fought Jesse Magdaleno. His last fight was against Isaac Dogbay, correct? Here in Philly. I missed that fight. Yeah, he's coming back soon. Ruben Hernandez in a fight that wasn't featured. People were like, yo, Donaire didn't look good at all, even though obviously you see here he won by unanimous decision. And then a Carl Frampton fight where he really didn't start letting his hands go until late. Like, there's some flashes of brilliance in there still of Nonito Donaire, despite him being 34, 36, 35. He'll be 36 in a couple of weeks. You know, it's still something in there, but he's got to find, you know, like right now at this stage in his career, he's got to find that right weight class. And right now, 118 pounds may be it. Even though Ryan Burnett is undefeated with 9 KOs, still people are questioning, you know, like defensively, he has issues. He gets hit way too much. And Donaire going back to a division where he reigned supreme, that at 122 pounds, you know, he still could knock fucking Ryan Burnett the fuck out. And people were like, oh, shit, Donaire is back. And then he would move on to face, the winner of this would move on to face Zolani Tite. He beat Mikhail Lonian. I covered that fight a couple of weeks ago. And in January or February, you're going to have Naoya Inoue. I always butcher his first name, versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. Very interesting fight, especially since Emmanuel Rodriguez likes to leave his body open, and Inoue is a crazy, outrageous monster puncher to the body. So the way the finals is set up, the way it's set up is that in the finals, in the perfect world, we would see Zolani Tite versus Inoue. But truth be told, imagine if it's Donaire versus Inoue. That would be crazy as shit. Let's listen to a little bit more and watch the face-off. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. This fight is taking place here in the States, meaning you can watch it here in the States on the Dazn. Over in UK and other territories, since they don't have a TV deal, it's going to be on YouTube over there and Facebook free. So last year we was getting a good portion of the fights here free over here for the World Boxing Super Series. Now you guys over in the UK are getting them, on YouTube and Facebook. And it's just a shame that they couldn't secure a TV deal. I understand because, see, even though this is a very, very, very big tournament, the biggest tournament in boxing history, still politics and with the networks and the fact that, this is or the broadcasters is no longer networks with the streaming services and everything. The World Boxing Super Series is being packaged as a full deal. So, for example, networks or broadcasters can't just say, oh, yeah, we're going to pick and choose. We don't want this fight with motherfucking Ivan Baranchet, Anthony Rodriguez Prograis, and Terry Flanagan, but we do want Donaire and Burnett and Taylor versus Ryan Martin. It don't work like that. They're like, nah, you take them all, or you don't get none at all. So I'm glad over here in the States that they're getting some money, because you have to think this year, where is the money coming from? The ticket sales, depending on the territories, do good. For example, Japan did good. New Orleans and where else was they at over here? In Orlando, didn't do well. However, this one, they're saying Kali Sarlin, he's always a joy to watch, hilarious, has said that they sold 4,500 tickets so far. And they're expecting to sell out 6,500, which I can expect this for Glasgow and, Josh Taylor and everything. So the tournament is not a financial flop, but they are taking some hits. And obviously the production is down quite a bit from last year, but nonetheless, it's not stopping the quality of the fights. It's a tournament, especially the first round. There's not going to always be, super great fights. But however, when you look at this division, let me shut the fuck up and get back to what we were talking about. I mean, to the press conference before we
in the body. We also have Shane McGuigan, the trainer of Josh Taylor, Abel Sanchez, Ryan Martin's trainer, and I do believe that we will possibly have Adam Booth a little bit later. So these guys will all be available, as will the boxers, after the press conference for one-on-ones. But Nonito, if we can just follow on, last time out, you faced a Belfast man in Carlframpton, and on Saturday you face a Belfast man in Ryan Burnett.
Belfast guys are tough guys, that's for sure. But sorry to interrupt.
Well, I was just going to say, out with the Northern Ireland accent, is there any similarity between the boxers?
There is definitely similarity, similar in terms of they got big balls, they got big balls. They're there to fight, and that's something that I like. As you know from the history of me in this game, I've always come to fight the best out there. I've always come to reach out to fight the best out there. And that's why I'm in this tournament, given this opportunity to fight the best out there. And that's what you get, is the best of me.
We're going to ask you predictions for Saturday evening.
We're here we don't make any prediction in anything, but one thing that we're here for is there's a mission. The mission is victory. No matter what we do, no matter what it is, this is a moment for me to rise. When one is driven to a point, there's only one way to go, and that's going up, and that's rising beyond what I'm capable of. I'm in that moment in time that I am given this opportunity. So I will take this opportunity the best that I can, and I'm truly grateful for that.
Well, thank you, Nonito. It's fantastic to see you in Glasgow, 4th Division World Champion Nonito Donaire.
Thank you. I didn't get dressed up for nothing.
We turn to Nonito's opponent, Ryan Burnett, former British champion, WBO European champion, WBC International champion.
He has the belt that Danny Jacobs used to have, meaning, the status of the belt, the WBA regular belt. That Danny Jacobs used to have before he lost to Golovkin. He has the belt that Canelo was fighting Rocky Felding for. So it's considered a world title, even though it's an underling world title. But nonetheless, if you win it, you can say you're a world champion.
Former IBF
Sweet beard.
bantamweight champion of the world, and on Saturday you defend your title as the WBA Super World Bantamweight Champion in your quest for the Muhammad Ali Trophy. The man you face at the other end of the table, Nonito Donaire, 4-division champion, a very, very stern test. Now, he fought in Belfast just 3 weeks.
What is this I'm hearing? Is it just a dirty, perverse rumor that I'm hearing about, like Burnett being like barely medically fit to, you know, fight? Now, I'm not saying it is. I'm just hearing some dirty rumors. I read some comments earlier, and I'm like, where do people be getting this shit from? People saying that maybe it's a cash-out fight, like he's going to get this payday and be in this big tournament, but really he shouldn't be fighting. Let me know in the comments. I am going to be covering the weigh-in and obviously the fight. I had some issues last week covering the World Boxing Super Series fights because I was in New York for the Danny Jacobs fight, but this weekend I'm not going anywhere, so we're going to be on time with this stuff.
Weeks after you last defended your belt, were you there at ringside?
No, unfortunately I couldn't go to the event, but yeah, I watched it. I seen the fight.
Did you see anything there that you think you can exploit on Saturday?
Yeah, of course. I think everyone has things that they can exploit, but I mean, there's not much with Nonito. He is an incredible fighter. So yeah.
The Muhammad Ali Trophy, the titles. What does this mean to you, the World Boxing Super Series?
This is what every fighter dreams of, is sitting right here doing exactly this. We all dream of these moments of fighting the best and becoming the best in the world, and the World Boxing Super Series, they're making that come true. So not just for the boxers but for the fans, this is what the world needs.
I've got to say, my friend the Belfast Taylor, he's turned you out very well again.
Yeah, looking well. Belfast Taylor doing the job.
Right, well, I'm going to ask this of both the boxers. Should you be victorious on Saturday, and I know boxers hate to look beyond the fight, you will face Alani Tete in the bantamweight semi. Tete has boxed twice in Belfast. There's a real Belfast theme going on in this fight. Nonito, your thoughts on facing Tete? Should you be victorious Saturday?
Tete is an incredible fighter. You know, we have to come up with a different game plan. But that's something that I see and know to exploit a style of Tete. But a tricky guy, definitely a tricky guy.
Ryan, same question. Your thoughts?
I'll tell you on Saturday.
Okay, right. Thank you, Ryan Burnett. Let's turn to the super lightweight quarter-final again. 3 semi-final places already decided. Career relic.
I'm going to do Josh Martin and Josh Taylor and Ryan Martin next. Let's see if we can get to the face-offs. Hold on, I'm going to have to go to their Twitter page. This press conference just ended. You know what? Sometimes I forget I can't open my Twitter page while I'm like doing a video because I be following like freak pages and shit like that. Porn, people be fucking. Oh. Let's see. Let's go. Let's get some face-offs. Where's that? What they do with it? They go Martin. Where's Donaire though? But I mean, I like to, you know, I'm just upset that the tournament is not getting as much credit as it should, due to oh, that's boxing social. You know, due to people not talking about it here in the States. For example, here's the bracket right here. Here's the bracket right here. So as you can see, this weekend we're going to have Burnett versus Donaire. The winner's going to go on to fight Zalani Tite. That fight is likely going to be in January, February, hopefully, if there's no later than February, if there's no injuries. And then the finals will be likely in June, July, hopefully no later than October. because this tournament, of course, started in October. The World Boxing Super Series Season 1 ended September the 28th with Smith versus Groves. And then, of course, Alexander Usyk won the cruiserweights. In this tournament, in this year, there's 3 divisions. The cruiserweights again. By the time this ends, there'll likely be maybe 1 or 2 titles on the line. These are the best of the cruiserweights, by the way, outside of Babette Shumanov, Denis Lebedev, and, of course, Tony Bellew and Alexander Usyk are fighting this week coming up. Right now it's 2:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Halloween, Wednesday. So on this, and also, of course, in my next video, we're going to talk about this, but on this side, you're going to have Inoue versus Manny Rodriguez. And I have Inoue defeating him, probably likely stoppage to the body. And then he's going to move on, and then the winner of that's going to fight the winner of Donaire, Burnett. Right? So it's going to be on the zone. Let me see what time it starts. And we're going to go look at the undercard. Outside of the World Boxing Super Series fights. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. So I expect the main event to start at about 5:30, no later than 6 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, 3 hours subtracted if you're over on the West Coast in the States. But, yeah, let's see that weigh-in. Let's see if you make weight, Donaire. See if they got any hidden gems on the undercard. Victor Postol, Paul Butler. All right, there we go. See, we got some hidden gems. Is this guy ranked? Zach Parker? Let me go look. Where we at? Where you at, Zach Parker? We're going to find out who you are. You ranked at 168, huh? Zach? There he is. We found him. All right, we're going to check you out, pal. All right, you have my attention, Zach. Oh! Okay, all right, we're going to check you out, Zach. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.